This is something I've been meaning to do for a couple of years that I just kind of haven't. I want to start doing a year in review of all the things that I say and seeing if I still believe them now at the end of the year, considering that's 12 months of content to go over. Did a decent amount of stuff. First thing is early on in the year, I was picking a fight with Activision Blizzard because their support sucked and they just couldn't figure out what was wrong with Modern Warfare Zombies. The issue was they didn't give a shit, really. Um, they never did fix those issues, and I basically stopped playing. Um, I'm ashamed to say that yes, I did buy Black Ops 6, and I do play it a decent amount. I kind of fucked up. I meant to refund it after 2 hours and give it a bad review, but I got distracted. I got a phone call and I walked away, and the game wasn't closed. Oops. So, oh well. But yes, I still do believe that Activision sucks ass, and their sport team sucks ass, and that having only one sport ticket sucks ass, and that they are very lazy with Call of Duty, and they never fix these things. One of the next things that happened was Dark Forces Remaster, and all the stuff that I said about that, and everybody dick rode the shit out of Night Dive, and yeah, I still believe everything I said back then. It doesn't deserve to be called a remaster. As you can see, my statements didn't change very much. Less than 1,000 reviews in total. Um, so nobody gave a shit, really. Um, oh well. Um, I can't change everybody's opinions. The people who agreed with me understood, and the people who didn't are Night Dive dick suckers. They will actively get very mad at you if you point out that Dark Forces Remaster is one, not a remaster, it's an enhanced port, and two, they charge. Let's scroll down here. $30 to this day. No discount of any kind. You can get the original game for a lot less. I believe half that price. In fact, it might even be $10. I'm not going to bother checking. It doesn't really matter. And use the Force engine, a mod for that game that does exactly what Dark Forces Remaster does, and it's free. Other remasters that had come out around the same time uh, were the Battlefront Classic Collection, which we'll get into next, and the Tomb Raider trilogy remasters. Yeah, one of those was actually decent. Unfortunately, it was not the Battlefront Classic Collection, which we'll get into now. Fuck. Fuck, that hurts to see. That player count, day one, I remember I stayed up till the middle of the night, downloaded it, and that shit was just crashed and burned instantaneously. In fact, the original Battlefront, and Battlefront 2 for that matter, have more concurrent players. And they have active matchmaking again because Disney re-enabled that a couple of years ago. Um, that just hurts. That's physical pain right there. Um, I still regret being excited for it. Um, I regret paying full price for it. Um, what a shame, I guess. Next major event that happened. I talked shit about Space Marine 2. I stand behind everything I said. The majority of the community now actually stands behind the things that I said about the content being incredibly bland and that there isn't enough of it. Most people don't seem to still agree on the issues that I brought up about how the battle pass is shit and the monetization scheme is shit and making it an always online game is shit. Uh, However, people dropped it like a sack of potatoes, despite being a live service game. As you can see, all-time concurrent peak pretty high. The actual players nowadays basically non-existent, like sub a dozen thousand players. That's not shocking. The game had a lot of false hype around it. I think that this year has been a really shit year for gaming as a whole. We had a lot of highs and a fuck ton of really low lows. some of those lows include Sony releasing some of their games on PC, like the uh, Horizon, I think it was Zero Dawn, and The Last of Us 2, I think came out this year. I could be wrong. That could have been 2023. It's been a long year. But yeah, that's been a fucking disaster. The highs definitely became lows, like with Space Marine 2. Once again, back to Sony. The fucking Helldivers 2 just can't unfuck themselves, dude. Arrowhead. The fuck, guys? I'm not gonna bring up the Steam charts for it, but you already know it's up and then down and then up and then down, and I hope it stays down and the game dies. Honestly, it's been a mess. The last things that have happened this year, Delta Force dropped a few days ago. The beta, closed beta, was back in August. It was great then. I stand behind everything I've said so far. The average person does not understand anti-cheats. They do not understand that the CCP doesn't give a shit about your data, and Ring Zero Access is something you give most of your programs for anti-cheats. BattlEye has Ring Zero. Easy Anti-Cheat is also a Tencent product and is made at Ring Zero. So that's how anti-cheat works. Also, if your primary thing about it is, oh, it's China, throw out your computer, throw out almost all your clothes, throw out your phone, throw out like everything you own, because most of it comes from China. So don't make this a, oh, it's a China thing. It's clearly not for you, because you probably own a bunch of things that are from China. But it's too recent for me to really say, oh, my opinion could have changed. It didn't, and it won't. As with most things, I say what I mean. Um, and one of the last things, because we're talking about Call of Duty earlier, I still stand behind the original Blackouts multiplayer being fucking great, even now. As you can see, though, once it hit September, those player counts stopped being so stable, and then it was like, "Woo!" and then it dropped off a little bit. Happens every year. It's no surprise. If we go to all time, it's a little hard to see, but you can see that it's kind of a little warbly towards the end of the years. That tends to be how it is. It's definitely declined a lot over time, but that's not surprising in any way. Um, so to really finish things out and really cover some stuff, oh, not that. That's the one we want. There we go. So to finish things out, um, yeah, I mean all the fights I've picked this year, nearly getting full on banned on Steam permanently. It is what it is. Valve never changed their decision on that Steam guide. I think they were wrong, objectively. They don't take very kindly to being criticized. I think that's kind of disgraceful of them. But, you know, whatever. Valve makes the rules on their platform, so couldn't appeal it, is how it is. Let's see. Editor Seabass is still a little bitch. Clearly doesn't understand that Japanese players are absolutely invading U.S. servers to this day for tournaments. It is happening. I confirm that it's happening. I don't know where that guy gets off in believing it's not a thing. Probably because he sets his location to Japan, but that's like a flag on his profile. The difference is you can tell based on the ping of the players you match up with who have that, and they have like actual Japanese characters in their name. Um, he actively threw a tournament, held a whole Twitch stream where he sent people to my profile. Incredibly scummy. Should have been against terms of service. Twitch didn't ban him. Oh well. I still think he's a little bitch to this day. Let's see what else we got. Who else did I pick fights with? Pick fights with that one guy. I forget his name. Doesn't really matter. The one guy who does PC stuff. I can actually probably find it if I look here. I have it written down somewhere. Can I? How do I remove preview scaling? Nope. Oh, that's not an improvement. Uh, fuck. Oh boy. I really do know how to do this, I swear. Um, doesn't really matter. Main point is I picked a fight with some guy who does PC stuff, who said the 2080 isn't good in 2024. I still stand behind the fact that it is. Delta Force runs it over 120 FPS just fine on my 2080. trying to think what other stuff does. Cyberpunk, all the games that I showed, Cyberpunk, Call of Duty, Delta Force, these games all run fine. I still lock my games to 60 FPS. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that most people do not understand that frame rate at the expense of graphics is fucking stupid. Find a middle ground. Maybe you do like better graphics. Maybe you like more frame rate. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong though if you decide it's objectively better to have higher frame rate or objectively better to have lower frame rate and have better graphics. Um, I still stand behind the fact that 60 FPS is fine because all science and studies have proven above 60 FPS you get this diminishing returns. I don't have the studies pulled up for this. This is just spitballing, rambling here based off my memory. But I mean, it's true. 10 seconds on Google would stop a lot of people from saying a lot of the stupid shit they say to me, but, you know, they don't. I don't know why. I mean, we've seen it time and time again this year. People being like, "There's no Japanese players in U.S. servers. There's no I'm trying fucking what other controversies did I pick fights and stuff about? Like the anti-cheat stuff, the shit like that with certain games and certain things happening in those games. It's like, dude, 10 seconds. Just do 10 seconds of research. Like, the human eye can only really see at, you know, infinite FPS, but, like, realistically, above 60 FPS from a screen to eye, you're not getting much. Like, yes, things get on screen faster. It's not inherently usable data. Most people don't get that, but that's kind of how that works. Ring Zero is not bad, for example. There's a lot of things that I just still stand behind. But, you know, all in all, 2024 was a pretty shit year for gaming. Not a lot released. That's been about it, really. Like, nothing really released that was worth a damn. We got some ports. We got some remasters. We got, you know, some decent games that died. We got some mediocre as shit games that died. We got another COD. Not really much else to say. It's been 2024. It's been a year, but you know, it's how it goes sometimes. Um, Other than that, you know, my predictions for 2025 is it'll be another mid as shit year. I'll probably talk some mad shit. Always do. Always happy to do it. We'll probably get some, you know, okay games. We'll probably get some really shit games. We'll probably get some really good games. I mean, that's how it goes every year. I don't think COD's going to improve. I think COD's going to honestly be just as bad next year as it is this year. And I mean, honestly, it can't be as bad as it was the last couple of years. Like ever since, like Cold War was like mid, Modern Warfare 19 was peak as shit, and then ever since, it's just been a sliding downhill from there. Like it's been awful. Um, I also predict I'm not fixing this mic. I don't give a shit. A lot of you seem to give a shit. Some of you, at least. It's acceptable. It's a passable microphone. It's not as bad as a lot of you think it is, but whatever. Trying to think what else is there for 2025. Street Fighter's year 2 is going to be, you know, finished up. It'll be okay at best. I mean, we get 2 more characters left to release. One of them coming in, you know, probably I think January or February. Probably January, maybe February. I think last year was February, but I think that'll be fine. I haven't played much Tekken 8 ever since it came out because it's been mid as shit. Other than that, you know, I don't know. I don't really think there's much going on in 2025, but you know, I'll probably play some more Airsoft. I'll probably maybe get some videos of that. I'm thinking about getting a GoPro and filming. Might not. We'll have to see. I might go this weekend. Other than that, um, might get a car. Might make some car content. That'd be cool. I'm thinking about doing that. Might make some actual gun range content. Um, yeah, I don't know. 2025 is going to be interesting. I quit my job. Um, so I work as a host at a restaurant, Bonefish Grill. It's okay. Don't make nearly as much as I used to. I might get a new job, might move. We'll see. We'll see. The adventures continue. You know, we had the homeless arc. That could get back again. We'll see. We'll see. You know, things go how they go. So we'll see how 2025 goes. But 2024 in review here, my opinions on a lot of stuff haven't changed. Um, not a lot's happened, you know, and I don't think a lot's gonna happen in 2025 either. We'll see. We will see. Das vidanya, arrivederci. See y'all later.